Safe resource refactors. Terraform does not track resources by name, tags, or your intent. Terraform tracks resources by their address in the state file. If you refactor code and change an address without telling Terraform, Terraform assumes the old object is gone. That assumption produces a destroy and create plan, even when the remote resource never changed. Changing only the resource block label changes the resource address. A label change is invisible to the Cloud API, but visible to Terraform state. Terraform sees the old address as unmanaged and the new address as missing. That mismatch produces a replacement plan unless you map the addresses. A move block tells Terraform that two addresses point to the same state object. Terraform rewrites the state mapping during plan and apply. That rewrite converts a destroy create into a no-op, assuming the remote object is unchanged. This is the safest refactor path because the mapping is declared in code and reviewable. Moving a resource into a module changes its address namespace. Terraform treats aws_vpc.main and module.network.aws_vpc.main as different objects. A move block can map across module boundaries. That mapping preserves the existing remote resource while you reorganize your code. When you use for each, the keys become part of the resource address. If you change keys, you change identity, and Terraform plans replacements. Safe refactors keeps keys stable while changing structure around them. Stable keys let you reorganize collections without deleting real infrastructure. Some attribute changes force replacement at the provider level. A safe refactor only protects you from address drift, not from force replace semantics. Provider defaults are not contractual. If a default changes and your configuration omits that argument, Terraform may plan drift correction. Explicit arguments stabilize intent across provider upgrades. On a submarine, you never assume a default valve position. You verify its state before routing pressure through the line. Provider defaults are like unlabeled valves. If you do not declare them, you are trusting conditions you do not control. Safe refactors follow a sequence that isolate risks. First, change only addresses and add mood blocks until the plan is stable. Second, apply and confirm no replacements occurred. Third, introduce behavioral changes in a separate commit so replacements are intentional and reviewable. Separating these steps make plan review a structural check instead of a guess.